వెల్కమ్ బ్యాక్. ఎంత జాగ్రత్తగా ఉన్నా కూడా ఏదో ఒక సందర్భంలో చిన్న చిన్న దెబ్బలు తగలడం సహజం. మరి అటువంటి సమయంలో మనం పాటించాల్సిన జాగ్రత్తలు ఇప్పుడు ఒకసారి చూద్దామా?
Foot problems, the average prevalence is 15% of all diabetics will get an ulcer in their lifetime. 25% of all diabetics, 25 to 35% varies from study to study because we don't have specific statistics for India, but generally the worldwide statistics varies. 25 to 35% diabetics will get some issue in the foot during their lifetime. The thing to understand is that a foot complication is the commonest complication of diabetes but the most neglected. Now these are actual statistics. 40% of all hospital admissions in the world due to diabetic complications are because of the foot. Not the heart, not the eye, not the kidney. It is the foot which is the commonest, but it is the foot which is the maximally neglected part. Patients come that we have short periods of high blood sugars, 170 180 after a meal, फिर कम हो जाता है, 120 हो जाता है. Okay. Now the thing to realize in this is that these short periods of high sugar accumulate over a period of time. What that means is one scenario is where a patient has a high blood sugar throughout the day. So let's take it that his blood sugar perennially remains around say 170, 180, 200, whatever, constantly high. It never reaches the baseline. And let's assume that he is going to, let's say, have a kidney failure 2 years down the line. So he's been around 730 days with high blood sugars, continuously high, and he's ended up with a kidney failure. Now the other scenario is when there are short periods of high blood sugar. Let's put it that a patient has high blood sugars of 180, 200 for 6 to 8 hours a day. So 1/4 to 1/3 of a day his sugars are high, rest of the time the sugars are controlled. What that means is that that patient who had continuously high blood sugars is going to get kidney failure in 2 years. This patient is going to get kidney failure in either 3 times or 4 times that duration. Means instead of 2 years, he is going to fire his kidneys in either 6 years or 8 years. So it is accumulating over time. That is one of the most important things which the diabetics need to understand. How to prevent complications. So strict sugar controls. Strict means it needs to go out into the public that anything beyond 140 is not acceptable. If you are willing to accept it, means you are willing to play with your life. Over what period of time do these complications start? Commonly these complications will start 5 to 6 years after diagnosis of the disease. Diagnosis does not mean onset. Why? Because as medical people we understand that you may be diagnosed today, but it essentially means that you have been pre-diabetic or a borderline diabetic for already for a period of 4 to 5 years. So by the time that your complications start, you are almost around 10 to 11 years into the disease. So 10 years after onset of disease or 5 to 6 years after diagnosis is the time when a diabetic is most prone to various types of complications. Now which type of complication he will get? He may get a heart problem, he may get a eye problem, he may get a leg problem, he may get a combination of them. That nobody can really say.
చిన్న దెబ్బే కదా అని నిర్లక్ష్యం చేయకుండా, చర్మం ఎర్రగా మారిన, గాయమైన, కాలితో నడవడం వంటివి చేయకుండా, వీలైనంత తొందరగా అది కూడా 24 గంటల్లోగా డయాబెటిక్ ఫుడ్ కేర్ స్పెషలిస్ట్ను సంప్రదించాలని అర్థమైంది కదా. మరైతే వేళ్ల గోళ్లను కత్తిరించుకునేటప్పుడు మనం సరైన జాగ్రత్తలు పాటించకపోవడం వల్ల ఎటువంటి నష్టం జరుగుతుందో ఇప్పుడు చూద్దాం.
In the diabetic foot, one is you lose sensation, the nerves go. So these people come with problems like, this is in the initial phases where they'll come with problems like burning, tingling, they may get numbness, okay. They may get a feeling as if they are walking with something under their foot. There may be nothing, but they are just unable to walk barefoot. They may get a feeling somebody is cutting them with a knife. These are the various feelings which they get. This is the pure neuropathic foot. Okay, this is neuropathy. The nerves have got damaged. Slowly over a period of time. Now this happens when the nerves are still dying. A time will come if the sugars remain high where all the nerves will be totally dead. So then the patient goes into something called a silent foot. No feeling. Absolutely no feeling. No pain, no tenderness, no numbness, nothing. It's just dead. There's no feeling to that foot. You can keep touching it, you can hit it with a hammer, nothing will happen. These patients, when they come to us, suppose they come with a infected toe and all, we can literally remove the toe without giving them an anesthesia. We don't need to do anything. The other thing what happens is the blood supply shuts down. Okay. Now blood supply shutting down through the foot is akin to a heart attack. In the heart, if the blood supply shuts down, you get a heart attack. A diabetic is as it is prone to infections because his immunity is down. Now you've got a scenario, he's got no feeling in the foot, so he's walking on an injury. Blood supply or the circulation to that part is compromised, it is less. So the delivery of nutrients and the delivery of the army of the blood, white blood cells and all is less to that affected part. Whenever there's an injury, the blood supply needs to increase. In a diabetic, the blood supply can't increase. Even the quality of the blood, means the blood cells and all, because their power to fight infections is reduced, so even the quality of the blood reaching is low. So all these factors ultimately combine and the patient ends up with either a major foot infection or gangrene or a combination of both, and he may end up losing his foot or he may end up losing his life. That will depend on which stage they ultimately reach us. Like I said, they need to themselves check on a daily basis, and the diabetologist to whom they are going needs to check it at least on an annual basis. Once a year he needs to do a complete foot check for them. It has to be incorporated into their lifestyle, like for the eyes they say do a retinal check every year, for the heart they say do a stress test every year. Same way for the leg, there are certain tests to check the nerve damage, to check the blood supply, that should be done on an annual basis. It is part of their annual checkup. It has to be considered part of that. First and foremost, he should immediately stop walking on that part. He should start hopping or he should use a wheelchair. And if within 24 hours that wound is not healing, he needs to go for immediate medical attention. 24 hours is the upper limit. Don't go beyond that. Within the first 24 hours, okay, you can apply and you wash it off. Take care of it like a normal wound. Clean it with Dettol, apply an antiseptic ointment and wait. If in 24 hours you feel either you start developing fever, or if you've been checking your sugars, you suddenly find your sugars are going way up, way beyond normal. Than normally if your sugars are say at 130, 140 and suddenly you find it's beyond 200, means there's an infection which has started, and you see there are no signs of healing. See, normally when you get hurt, within 24 hours a scab will form. You find that brown thing forms, that's the scab. That's a sign for healing. So if that sign is not there, he needs to go for immediate medical attention. Medical attention can include specialized dressings, it can include antibiotics. Depending on the stage in which they come, it may require a surgery, may not require a surgery. Most important, you get injured, you stop walking on that foot.
డయాబెటిక్ ఫుట్ కేర్ గురించి మరింత సమాచారం తెలుసుకునే ముందు షార్ట్ బ్రేక్.